Hello and namaste to you all. My name is Nabs Hadi. I'm an Ashtanga, pranayama and meditation teacher. Today I would like to take you through the beginner's level of Ashtanga yoga. But before we do so, I would like to take you through the three key elements of the practice. These three key elements known as the breath, which is the Ujjayi breath, the second one, energetic lock, known as bandhas, and the third one being the drishti, which is the point of focus of the mind during the practice. Let's take a quick look at the Ujjayi breath. How do we do this? First of all, we need to inhale and exhale for 3 seconds, each inhale and each exhale through the nostrils, which means your mouth is closed. So how do we create this sound is by contracting the muscle behind the throat, the area of the vocal cord. There we contract that muscle there and we control the air coming in and going out as well. And whilst we do this breath, we need to breathe three-dimensionally. So I'll be using my hands as a reference by taking the breath going through the kidneys, the side of the ribcage and into the heart, and then exhaling in reverse order. So I'll do a demonstration for you. I will close my eyes so that I focus. So I suggest that you do the same thing whilst you practice along. So. There you have it. Let's take a look at the second key element of the practice, which is the energetic lock or bandhas. We have 2 of these, so both of them are located at the lower part of the torsos. First one, Mula Bandha, which is in the area of perineum muscle or the area between the anus and the genital area. This area we need to contract and create a dome there physically, and then eventually it will become more energetic as well. The second one, known as Uddiyana Bandha, which is about 3 inches below your navel area. This bandha, known as flying upward lift lock, when you contract this, it will make your body more lighter so that you can flow through the practice. But most importantly, it will protect your lower back and different parts of the body as well. So it's important to engage them as well. And the third one being as drishti, which is the point of the focus of the mind during your practice. We have 9 of these during the practice, but at this stage you don't have to worry about that. Just pay attention during the asana practice, during the guidance, to follow them. Practice with awareness, enjoy your practice and keep going. Namaste and thank you. My love to you all. Om Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sandara Shita Swatma Sukha Babude Nishreyase Jangalika Yamane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantiye Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakrasi Dharinam Sahasra Shirisam Shwetam Pranamami Patanjaliyam Om Now opening our eyes and relax the arms by the side of the body, we stand tall in Samastitihi. We begin the practice now by connecting with the breath, the Ujjayi breathing, focusing the mind and the body here and the now. We go through the Surya Namaskara A, which is sun salutations. First of all, inhaling, raising your arms up, bring the hands together, hands directly above the heart, and then tilt your head back. As you exhale, you can bend your knees slightly and then bring the hands down by the side of the feet. If you're comfortable, then you can actually straighten the legs little by little. Then inhale, come onto the fingertips, looking ahead. Exhale, step the feet back, place the hands down, and then slowly we come down into Chaturanga, beginner's version. Bring the knees down, spread the fingers wide open, bend your elbows, and then lower yourself at the chest of the mat. With an inhale, untuck the toes, and then lift your heart into upward dog. As you exhale, tuck the toes, and then gently coming into downward facing dog. We remain for 5 breaths in each postures here. So 1, 2, continue with that Ujjayi breath, breathing with sounds, having your feet hip-width apart, hands pressing onto the mat, and continuing with that nice breath. That's about 4, 5. Now looking ahead, with an inhale, stepping your feet forward between the hands, head up. As you exhale, you can fold with bent knees. Keep the knees bent slightly. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Bring the hands together, look up. Exhale, we'll return back to Samastitihi. Wonderful. We'll do a few more. So ideally we do 5 of the Surya Namaskara A. So we're going to do 4 more. Inhale, raising your arms up once again. Exhale, folding forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, come onto the fingertips, looking up. Exhale, hands down, stepping back, gently lowering into Chaturanga Dandasana. Keep the legs engaged, gazing at the tip of the nose. Inhale, lifting your heart into upward dog. As you exhale, tuck your toes, power through the legs, into downward facing dogs. Then gazing at the navel area. This is your drishti. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Each time as we exhale, if your heel's not on the floor, on the mat, you try to bring it closer and closer. Finishing your last breath now. Engage in your core. Now looking ahead with an inhale, stepping forward between the hands, head up. Exhale, fully fold in Uttanasana. Inhale brings you up, hands together in Urva Hastasana. As you exhale, returning back into Samastitihi. Maintaining the 3 key elements in the practice, we continue. Ekam, inhale, raising your arms, looking up. Dve, exhale, moving forward, Uttanasana. Trini, inhale, prepare, spine elongated. Chatwari, step back, and then lower gently into Chaturanga Dandasana. Pancha, inhale into upward dog. Shad, exhale, downward facing dog. 5 more breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you exhale, contract your Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Looking ahead, inhale, stepping forward. Between the hands, head up. Exhale, fully fold. Once again in Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up. Arms up, hands together. Exhale, Samastitihi. Keep it going, you're doing really well. Inhale, raising your arms up, hands together, look up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, look up, lengthening your spine. Exhale, brings you to Chaturanga Dandasana, modified version. Inhale into upward dog, let your heart to shine bright. As you exhale, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. 5 more breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Prepare to step forward with an inhale. Bring the feet between the hands, look up. As you exhale, gently forward fold. An inhale brings you back up to Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms by your side in Samastitihi. Let's go through the last one of Surya Namaskara A. Ekam, inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthening your spine, looking up. Exhale, stepping back, hands firmly on the ground, and then drop the knees. Inhale into upward dog, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale into downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths here. Continue. Start to count in your mind as you breathe so that you are fully aware, fully focused during the practice. And as we practice Surya Namaskaras, we obtain the energy and the heat from the sun. So we start to feel hot, which is a good sign. It's about 3 breaths. 2 more. 4. And 5. Exhale brings you to Mula Bandha. Looking ahead with an inhale, stepping forward between the hands, head up. Exhale, fully fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up into Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, back to Samastitihi. Wonderful. Let's go through the Surya Namaskara B. For this one, take a deep inhale first. As you exhale, bend your knees as much as possible. Inhale, raising your arms up, bring the hands together, look up. Exhale, keep the knees bent, arms wide open, bring the hands down by the side of the feet, then gently straighten your legs and then fold. Inhale, come onto the fingertips, look up. Exhale, hands back down, step the legs back, drop your knees into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, lifting your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. So for this one, right foot comes forward between the hands, bend the knee, turn the left foot out, engage your core. Inhale, raising your arms up into Warrior One. And then exhale, bring the hands back down, step the legs back. Exhaling, continue with the exhale, lower in Chaturanga. Then inhale into Upward Dog. Exhale, return to Downward Facing Dog. So we're going to do the same thing on this side as well. Left foot forward, bend the knee, connect to your core. Inhale, raising your arms up, coming to Warrior One. And then exhale. Bring the hands down, stepping the left leg back, lower in Chaturanga. Inhale into Upward Dog, nice strong core. Exhale, come into downward facing dog. Maintain the downward facing dog for another 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Engaging your core, looking ahead now. Inhale, stepping the feet forward between the hands, head up. As you exhale, fully fold once again. Bending your knees completely. Inhale, raising your arms up with bent knees. And then exhale, straighten your legs back into Samasthiti. So in the Ashtanga Yoga, it's really important that we connect the breath with the movement of the body. So each inhale, we're creating certain movement, and each exhale, certain movement. This is known as vinyasa. Let's continue with 2 more. Surya Namaskara B. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale now, bend your knees. Inhale, raising your arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands back down, fold into Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, come onto the fingertips. Exhale, stepping back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Chest off the mat. Inhale, lifting your heart into Upward Dog. Exhale, back into downward facing dog, starting with the right side, so right foot forward, between the hands, bend your knees. Inhale brings you up to Virabhadrasana, Warrior 1. Exhale brings the hands back down, step the right leg back, lower in Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, breathe into the heart, Upward Dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now the left side, so bring the left foot forward, bend the knee, engage in your core, your Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Then inhale, stretching your arms up. Exhale, nice and slowly, with control, take the left leg back, lower in Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into Upward Dog. And then exhale, gently back into downward facing dog, 5 breaths. 1, 2, your drishti, your focus is the navel area for this one. 3, 4, 5. Wonderful. Now looking ahead with an inhale, stepping forward between the hands, head up. Exhale, back into Uttanasana. Bending your knees completely. Inhale, raising your arms up. Exhale, back to Samasthiti. The last one of Surya Namaskara B. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, hands back down, fully fold. Inhale, prepare, come onto the fingertips, look up. Exhale, hands back down, and then lower in Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into Upward Dog, strong arms, lifting your heart. Exhale, back into Downward Facing Dog. Step the right foot forward between the hands, bend your knee. Inhale, coming up, Bring the arms up, maintain your core. Exhale, brings you back down. Step the right leg back and then gently lower. Inhale, shine your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward now between the hands, bend your knees. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, it brings you back down. Step the left leg back, coming down gently to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale back into downward facing dog for another 5 deep breaths. Remember, the breath is the most important part of your practice. You focus on the 3 key elements at this stage of your practice. They are the primary. The postures will come eventually. So your breath, your energetic log, and your focus. That's about 3 breaths here already. 4. And 5. You're doing wonderful. Now looking ahead, inhale, stepping forward between the hands, head up. As you exhale, fully fold. Bend your knees deep. Inhale, back to Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, returning onto Samastitihi. Wonderful. Now the Surya Namaskaras are out of the way. Now we're going to start the first posture of the standing sequence, known as Padangushtasana and Padahastasana. Having your hands on your waist, bring the feet hip-width apart, spread your toes, and then connect to your core here. With an inhale, lift your heart, drop your shoulders back. Exhale, bend your knees, send your chest forward. Then get your 2 fingers ready to grab the big toes. Now inhale, pulling the arms, looking ahead. As you exhale, bend your elbows sideways. Then eventually, little by little, straighten the legs as much as possible. But then let your head and your neck dangle in the air. They are relaxed. 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Maintain the engagement of your energetic logs. Inhale, pulling the arms, looking up. As we exhale, we move on to the second posture, which is Padahastasana. Placing the entire palm of the hands under the feet. It doesn't matter if you need to bend your knees even more, no problem. Then from here, straighten your arms. Inhale, look up. As you exhale, bend your elbows. Bring the chest towards the thigh. And then let the head and the neck dangle in the air. 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now inhale, straighten your arms, looking up. As you exhale, release your hands on your waist. Keep the core engaged. Have the knees bent slightly. With an inhale, bring yourself back up. And then exhale, bring the feet together, arms by your side, standing back in Samastitihi. So between set of postures, we do Samastitihi so that we come back to this reset mode. Each time we come to the Samastitihi, that means a new posture is following. So now we're going to go through the triangle pose, A and B. With an inhale, step to your right, Turn the right foot out and make sure your heels are in alignment. So this mat has got a line in between which will guide nicely. With an inhale, raising your arms up. As you exhale, bring that right hand down on the right shin. Then lifting your left arm up. Your drishti will be the thumb here. Angusta Madhya Drishti. Looking up at the thumb. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remain with the engagement of your Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Now looking down for balance. If you need to, you can bend the right knee slightly and then inhale, coming up. Exhale, swiftly we change the side. Turn the left foot out and then lower the left hand back into the left shin bone. Maintain the right arms up, then turn your head looking up at the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now looking down for balance, bend your knees slightly, inhale coming up. As we exhale, we're going to move on to the twisted triangle. For this one, I recommend to use the block. So grab a block and then turn your right foot out, left foot in so that we square the hips. Place the block outside your right foot. So we have 3 lengths, whichever is suitable for you. Place it here. Placing the hands on your waist, then with an inhale, raising your left arm up. Exhale, sending your chest forward, twisting the body towards the right and placing that left hand on the block. This hand keeps you like a pillar. So pressing the hand, straighten that left arm. It will make you twist, then looking up at the ceiling. This is your first stage. For some of you, need to just stay here. Others might be able just to lift the right arm up. There you have it. 5 breaths. 1, 2. This is a challenging posture. 3, 4. It may take some time for you to get it, but be patient. And 5. Wonderful. Now looking down for balance. Grab the block with you. Bend the knee. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, swiftly. We're going to change sides. So place the block outside the left foot. However it is appropriate for you. Squaring the hips. With an inhale, raising your right arm up. Exhale, moving forward. Place that right hand on the block. Press the hand down, straighten the arms, twist the body. Feel the lower back is working here. Hands on your waist or lifting it up is your options. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wonderful. Look down for balance. Place the block to one side and then inhale, coming up. Exhale, we'll return into Samastitihi. Wonderful, you're doing great. Let's continue with Utthita Parishvakonasana and Pavarita Parishvakonasana. With an inhale, step to the right, this time wider stance between the legs. Turn the right foot out, make sure your heels are in alignment. Then bend your right knee, place your right forearm on the thigh. Stretch your left arm over your head, palms facing down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now inhale, power through the legs. Inhale, coming up. As you exhale, swiftly changing side, turn the left foot out, bend the left knee, and then place your left forearm on the thigh. Stretch your right arm over your head as you're opening up the side of your body on the right. 1. Maintaining that beautiful Ujjayi breath to guide you through the practice. 3, 4, and 5. Wonderful. Now inhale, coming up. As you exhale, we're going into Pavarita Parashvakonasana. So turn the right foot out, drop the left knee down, then grab your right thigh with the right hand. From here, inhale, raising your left arm up. As you exhale, bring the right knee away from the center, then bring as much left shoulder as possible over the right knee. Bringing the hands together and then pressing your right knee on the upper left arm. It will make you twist a little bit more and then gazing at the ceiling. Antara Drishti. This is your focus, and then 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Now look down for balance. Release your hands on the mat. Engage your core. Support yourself as you come up with an inhale. Then as you exhale, swiftly change to the other side. So drop the right knee, turn the left foot out, and then grab the left thigh with the left hand. Inhale, raising your right arm up. As you exhale, bring that left knee away from the center. Right shoulder over the left knee. Bringing the hands together. And using your left knee to press onto the right upper arm to make it twist. Stacking the elbow on top of each other. Then look up at the ceiling. Antara Drishti. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look down for balance. Release your hands on the mat. Support yourself. Inhale, coming up. Feet parallel, arms up. As you exhale, return to Samastitihi. Beautiful. Now we're going to go through 2 more postures. Pasarita Padottanasana A and Pasarita Padottanasana C. So with an inhale, step to the right. Hands on your waist. Then lifting your heart with an inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands down. And the fingertips. Inhale, looking up. As you exhale, you can bend your knees and then bend the elbows. Then slowly you can bring the head down. You can use a block under your head if you need to, but it's not necessary. 1, 2. Here you gaze at the tip of the nose. Nasagra Drishti. 3, 4, 5. Then inhale, come onto the fingertips, looking up. Exhale, placing your hands on your waist, keeping your knees bent slightly with an inhale coming up. Exhale, releasing your hands. hands. Now we're going to move on to Pasarita Padottanasana C. Inhale, raising your arms up. Exhale, bring the hands behind your back and interlacing the fingers. Pulling the arms down, lifting your heart. Inhale, look up. As you exhale, bend the knees slightly, pulling the arms over your head, and then draw the head closer and closer to the mat until you touch it one day. Then pull the arms over the head. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now with a nice long inhale, coming up, inhaling. Keep pulling the arms so that it will help you to come up. Inhaling and then exhale, release the hands, lifting your arms up with an inhale once again. As you exhale now, stepping forward back into Samastitihi. Okay, some of the postures, it will get a little bit challenging, but that's okay. This is why we're doing this practice. We want to feel the sensations in the body, but not to react, so that the body will open up. We go through that process of healing. Now, Parashvattanasana is the next posture. With an inhale, raising your arms up. As you exhale, bring the arms behind your back. Grab the opposite elbows with your hands. Then, inhale, step your right foot to the right. Turn the right foot out. Left foot comes in and make sure the heels are in alignment. Then we are squaring the chest and the hips. Inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale, bend the right knee, bring the chest forward until the chest touches the thigh. From here, straighten the leg as much as possible and then drop your head down. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Maintain your energetic lock, engage. Bend your right knee, inhale, bring yourself back up. As we exhale swiftly, moving on to the other side by bending the left knee, chest coming down and forward. Then little by little we straighten the left leg, drop the head down. 1, 2, keep it going with that nice Ujjayi breaths. 3, 4, and 5. Bending your left knee with an inhale, coming back up, having your feet parallel, releasing your arms and lift them up. As you exhale, step back into Samastitihi. Brilliant. So next postures will be the Uttita Hasta Padangushtasana, the modified version. For this one, we need to have your feet hip width apart, and then connect your core, have your hands on your waist, focusing the tip of the nose at all time, or find a spot on the floor. It's really important to maintain your balance. From here, with an inhale, bend your right knee, grab your right knee with the right hand, and then stay here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift the knee slightly. Exhale, take the leg to the side. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gently lift the knee up, inhale. As you exhale, bring the leg back to the center. Now right hand on your waist and then extend your right leg for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax your legs, and then you can shake your hips slightly before we move to the other side. Now for the left side, maintain that balance, that focus at all time. With an inhale, bend your left knee. Exhale, grab the knee with the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lifting the knee slightly with an inhale. Exhale, take the knee to the side. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, remain the engagement of your core muscles, your Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. 4, and 5. Inhale, lift the knee one more time. Exhale, bring it back to the center. Release your left hand on your waist and stretch your left leg. Remain here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Brilliant. Let's go, move on to the next posture. Ardha Padma modified version. So maintain the feet hip width apart. With an inhale, place your right foot on top of the left thigh. Flex your toes so that you protect your knee. And then bring the hands on the chairs in Anjali Mudra. So the hands together, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, gently bend your left knee. Bring the chest forward, gazing at the tip of the nose for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up, nice and gently. Exhale, release, and let's move on to the other side, the left side. Inhale, lifting your left foot up, place it on the right thigh, flex your toes, hands together in prayer, engage your core. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale now, gently bend your right knee, and then remain here 5 breaths. That's 3, 4, 5. Strong core, strong legs. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release, and then returning back to Samastitihi. Wonderful. Then the next posture will be the chair pose, Utkatasana. For this, we go through a vinyasa. Inhale, raising your arms up, bring the hands together. Exhale, moving forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, head up. Exhale, step the legs back. Drop your knees into Chaturanga Dandasana, bending your elbows. Inhale into Upward Dog. Then exhale back into Downward Facing Dog. We're not going to remain here. So inhale, step your feet forward between the hands. Bend your knees. Raising your arms up, bring the hands together directly above your heart, and tilt your head back. 5 breaths in chair pose. Four. And 5. Now exhale, bring the hands down on the mat, then gently straighten your legs, fully fold. Then inhale, come onto the toe, on the fingertips, looking ahead. As you exhale, take the legs back, drop the knees back down onto Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come into Upward Dog. Exhale, back into Downward Facing Dog. So now we're going to do the last 2 remaining of the standing postures, Warrior 1 and Warrior 2. For this, we start with the right side, so right foot forward, bend the knee. And then inhale, raising your arms up, come into Virabhadrasana, Warrior 1. 5 breaths here. Each time as we exhale, we try to bend the knee a bit more, sink in the hips. We go deeper into the postures as we exhale always. 2 more breaths. Good. Now inhale, straighten your right leg. As you exhale, changing side. So turn the left foot out. And then bend the left knee, 5 breaths. Focusing on the 3 key elements, your breath, your energetic log, focusing the mind here and now. That's your work at this stage of your practice. And then taking the last breath here in Virabhadrasana A, inhale. As you exhale now, we're opening out into Warrior 2. So for this one, we widen our stance and then bend the left knee a bit more. Lifting your arms parallel with each other, then gazing over your left shoulder. This is one of your other drishti, Parashva drishti, left side. 5 breaths. Two more breaths. Good. With the strong legs, inhale, coming up, straighten your left leg, and as you exhale, gently and swiftly moving into the right side. So bending your right knee, gazing over your right shoulder, 5 breaths. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now inhale, parallel the arms, lift your left heel. As you exhale, you bring the hands back down, step the right leg back, and then lower yourself into Chaturanga Dandasana. Now once again, inhale into Upward Dog. As you exhale into Downward Facing Dog. Now we are going to come down into Seated. For this one, inhale, bend your knees, turn the heels towards each other. Then step the right leg forward, left leg follows, and then seated. Now on the seated postures. For the first one, Dandasana, extend your legs, bring the feet together, flexing your toes. Sit upright by having your heart nicely opened and then press the hands down by the side of your body. Lifting your heart, drop the chin forward, gaze at the tip of the nose for 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From Dandasana, we're going to move on to Paschimottanasana A. So for this one, inhale, raising your arms up. As you exhale, place the hands on the shin. For this one, inhale, lifting your heart. As you exhale, press the hand down. Keep your arms straight and then maintain here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale, release the postures. So now directly we're going to move on to Purvattanasana. For this one, we need to have the hands behind your back, fingers facing forward, spreading your fingers wide open. We have about 10 inches distance between the hands and the body. For this, bend your knees, having your feet about hip-width apart. Connect to your core muscle, your Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. With an inhale, lift your hips. As you exhale, drop your head back, 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then inhale. As you exhale, gently lower your hips, lifting your head as you come down onto the mat. Then from here, throughout this practice, we're going to work on the core muscles so that you build up that jump back, jump through, which will come when you practice the full primary series of Ashtanga Yoga. Now here, crossing your legs, not from the ankle, but higher up, bringing the knees onto your chest, connecting to your core, and then release your arms forward. Remain here for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wonderful. Now extending your legs, we're going to move on to the next posture known as Tiriyang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. For this one, bend your right knee. Having in your block at hand, place your block under your left hip. Bringing the knees towards each other, sit upright, engage your left leg. Inhale, raising your arms up. As you exhale, moving forward, either you can grab the shin. If this is your limit, you stay here. Or some of you might be able to grab the foot, but that might be too much for you now. Just stay here on the shin and then 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3. Focus in the tip of the nose. 4, and 5. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release, coming out of the posture. Lift your hip, place a block to one side, and then coming out of it. Okay, now gently move into the other side. So inhale, bend your left knee, place the block under your right hip. Then bringing the knees together, engaging your right leg and the foot. Taking your arms up with an inhale, then bring the hands down on the shin as you exhale. Remain here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release the hands. Once again, take the block out, coming out of the postures. Then to continue with that build up for the core muscles, so we're going to do some Some lift up, some exercise for the core. So placing the block between the foot and the hips here on the body, crossing your legs, place the hands on the blocks, keeping the feet on the mat, then inhale, lifting your hips. 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then drop yourself back down, place the block to the sides. Extend your legs. We move on to the next posture known as Janu Shirshasana. Extend your left leg, bring the right foot, place it onto the left inner thigh, then square your chest. With an inhale, raising your arms up. As you exhale, either grab the shin or the foot. Then inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale, moving your body, right kidney towards the left knee. Then maintain it for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look up, pull the arms. Exhale, release. Wonderful. Let's swiftly change sides. So extend the right leg and then bring the left foot in. Squaring the chest. Take an inhale as you're lifting up your arms. As you exhale, grab the shin or the foot, whatever feels right for you today. Now inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale. Bring the chin down as much as possible, drawing that left kidney towards the right knee as you continue with that nice Ujjayi breaths. Good. Now inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale, release. Crossing your legs. Grab the blocks. Place them here between the foot and the thigh. Then press the hands down. Inhale, lifting your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, back down. Place the block to the side. Then moving on to the next set of postures known as Marichyasana family. So Marichyasana A and C we're going to practice today. For this one, extend your left leg forward, bend your right knee, having a 5-inch gap between the foot and the thigh. Okay. Placing your left hand behind your back. With an inhale, raising your right arm up. As you exhale, extend your right arm forward, wrap it around that right knee. So you're bringing that right hand around the back. The right hand, the wrapper, is the grabber. It grabs the left hand or eventually the left wrist. Then inhale, lifting your heart, looking up. As you exhale, extending your chest forward. And 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now inhale, lifting your heart, looking up. Exhale, release the posture. Extend your right leg. Then move on to the other side. Bend your left knee. Extend your right leg. Having a 5-inch between the foot and the thigh. Place your right hand behind your back. Then inhale, raising your left arm up. Exhale, going forward, wrapping the arm around, and then grabbing the right hand or right wrist. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, moving forward into Marichyasana A. That's 3. 4. 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Cross your legs, bring the block down, place your hands down. Bring the knees onto your chest, engage your core. Inhale, lift your hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful, and then drop yourself back down. Place the block to the sides. We're going to move on to Marichasana B for this one. Place your left foot into half lotus. If this is not possible for you today, you can just drop the foot on the floor, then bend your right knee like this. If the lotus is available to you today, then place your left foot into half lotus, then bend the right knee, wrap your right arm around the knee, then lifting your heart, remain here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release your right arm and then extend your right leg. Remove your left foot from half lotus, then move it on to the other side. Either place your right foot in lotus or down. Either ways, you bend the left knee. Wrap your left arm around the knee and maintain the posture for 5 breaths. It's really important to engage your core and maintain the spine straight. 3, 4, and 5. Wonderful. Extend your left leg forward, come out of the postures, then crossing your legs once again. Place the block to the side, inhale, lifting your hips, and this time see if you can lift your feet a couple of times, just popping up, and then back down. Wonderful. Extending your legs, let's try the Marichasana C here. Bend your right knee, this time there is no gap between the foot and the thigh. Place your right hand behind your back, then wrap your left arm around the right knee. Inhale, lifting your heart. As you exhale, gaze over your right shoulder, Parishva Drishti for 5 breaths. Make sure you keep the engagement of the left leg, keeping the foot in the center, and continue with that breath of the Ujjayi. That's 3, 4, and 5. Wonderful. Now looking ahead, inhale. As you exhale, release. Then changing to the left side. So bend the left knee, extend your right leg. Place your left hand behind your back, fingers facing away from you, wrapping your right arm around the left knee. Then inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale, gazing over your left shoulder. Parishva Drishti, left side. That's 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Now looking ahead, inhale, exhale, release the posture. Then crossing your legs once again. Draw the knees close to your chest, place the hands on the blocks. Inhale, lift your hips and the feet up a few times. So keep playing with it. One more time, lifting up and then exhale, coming back down. You're doing really well. Let's continue with the practice. Not long now. So we are more than halfway through the practice. For this one, known as Navasana or boat posture, make sure your sit bones are equally balanced. Place your hands behind the knees and then gently draw yourself back. Lift your legs up, press the feet together, gaze between the toes, the big toes. Padaya Ragra Drishti for 5 breaths. Lift your elbows, send them sideways. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cross your legs, place the hands on the block. So we're going to do 5 of this. Each time in between, we're going to do a lift. So lift it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down. Then second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Crossing the legs, hands down, lift your hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it going for the third one. Hands behind the knees, lifting the feet. 1, 2, keeping the heart lifted at all time. 3, stay strong in the core. 4, nice and steady in the mind. And 5, cross your legs, hands down, lifting up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down for the fourth one. Straight into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Crossing the legs once again, knee on the chest. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back down for the last one. Make it the best one. Hands behind the knees, into it straight away. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Crossing the legs, hands down on the blocks, lifting up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself down. Place the blocks to the side. Then place the hands forward. Take the legs back. Then coming down onto your tummy. So from here, we're going to do some preparations for the back bends, starting with Sphinx. So placing the elbows directly beneath your shoulders, spread your fingers wide open, having your legs apart but really relaxed. Pressing the pubic bone down, lifting your heart. Maintain this for 5 breaths. Keeping your drishti, your focus, on the tip of the nose. And then exhale, lower your chest down, bring the feet together, bring the arms by the side of the body, palms facing upward. We're going to go forward to simple Shalabhasana. So from here, inhale, lifting your legs, your arms and your chest. Maintain this for 5 breaths. And then exhale, lower yourself down. Bring the hands by the side of your rib cage. Tuck your toes. Then press into the hands, coming onto all fours. From here, we're going to release the spine by doing 5 cats and cows. So having your knees directly beneath your hips, hands directly beneath your shoulders. Inhale, drop your spine, look up. Exhale, arch your spine, gaze into the navel area. Inhale for 2. Exhale, arching your spine. Inhale for 3, drop the spine, lift your head up, look up. Exhale, arching the spine, gaze into the navel area. Inhale, drop the spine for 4. Exhale, arch. Inhale for the final one. And then exhale. Then inhale, look ahead, tuck your toes, walk the hands back, come in onto the kneeling position here. Having your hands on your waist, prepare your body for Ushtrasana, the camel pose. With an inhale, drop your shoulders back, lifting your heart. As you exhale, place your hands on your heels. Then push the pelvis forward, drop your head back, 5 breaths here. This is the preparation for the back bend. So you're feeling the heart opening up. You may feel more sensations, feelings and emotions. They are all natural process of the practice. Remain balanced in the mind, equanimous, non-reactive. And then exhale, engage your core. Inhale, coming back up, placing your hands on your waist. Exhale, untuck your toes. Then bring yourself back down very gently. Wonderful. Now place your hands to one side and then extend your legs forward as we're going to lie down on our back to do 3 half bridge, Adho Urdhva Dhanurasana. So for this one, we lie down on our back. Make sure you get the measurements of your feet right. So having your feet as wide as your armpit is really important. That's first. Secondly, extend your arms forward. See if you can touch your heels with your index finger. And then thirdly, engaging your core fully. From here, with an inhale, lift your hips. Then place your hands on your waist. Bring the elbows under your back. Then keep lifting your hips. Maintain it for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release your hands with the power of your core, gently lowering your hips until it reaches the mat. Good. We're going to do 2 more exactly the same. Inhale, lifting your hips. Place your hands on your waist. Wheel your elbows under your back. 5 breaths. Four. And 5. Wonderful. Release your hands, gently lower your back. These half bridge are very therapeutic, very healing for the spine and the body as well. Now the last one of this, inhale, lifting your hips up. Exhale, place your hands on your waist. Bring the elbows under, lift your hips a bit further up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now gently release the hands, lower yourself back down, vertebra by vertebra. Coming back down, and they're fully on the mat. Wonderful. From here, bring the knees onto your chest, give yourself a nice big hug. Press the sacrum down and then create a circle with your hips clockwise and then anti-clockwise as well. Then rock up and down, Then rocking up to seated. We're going to do the counter pose for the back bend. Always is important to do this. First, bring the heels together. Send your toes sideways, knees sideways. Having it like a cobbler-shaped legs. Inhale, raising your arms up. As you exhale, go forward. Catch the feet. And then gently drop your head down. Focusing on the lower back to release that area. And then just take a few breaths, at least 5 breaths here. Good. And if you feel comfortable, then you can extend your legs completely, or you can maintain how it is for 2 more breaths here in Paschimottanasana. Now inhale, head up. Exhale, release. And then coming out of the posture. Now for the last 2 part of the practice, we are going through the king and the queen of the postures. First one, we're starting with the queen of the posture, shoulder stance. And for this one, I would like you to roll up your mat so that you have a little bit of a cushioning for your shoulders, like this. Then lying down on your mat, bring the shoulders here on the edge of the mat so that you have that space between the neck and the head here. Then from here, with an inhale, lift your legs over your head, place your hands on your back, and then bring the elbows closer to each other. With an inhale, raise one leg up, right or left, and then the other one follows. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now gently lowering your right leg over your head, and then left leg follows. Maintain that strength, that engagement in your core muscles. Then interlacing your hands, your fingers behind your back. Pull the arms down, 5 breaths. Then if possible, drop the knees beside your shoulders. Maintain the posture for another 5 breaths. Kanapidasana. 4, and 5. Wonderful. Remain with that engagement of your core to protect your back and your body. Now, release your hands. Place your hands by the side of the body. Grip your fingers on the mat or on the floor. Then very gently lowering yourself down, vertebra by vertebra, vertebra by vertebra. And then very slowly the hips comes down and the legs. And then gently coming back down fully. Wonderful. Now from here, we need to just come up with awareness, extend the mat. And then just coming back up to seated, like we are right now. Lovely. Now we're going to move on to the next posture, the king of the asanas, the headstands. For this one, we need to have a correct measurement. From here we sit on the heels. If this is not possible, you can always place the block under your hip. And then measuring the arms, you can grab the opposite elbows with each hand. Inhale, lifting your elbows up. As you exhale, bring the elbows down. And then interlacing your fingers. Make sure you don't close your hands, having your hands wide open, lifting your thumbs. This is creating a wall for the back of your head here. Okay, that's first. Secondly, bring the elbows in, directly under your shoulders. Then thirdly, this flat part of the head comes down on the mat, and then back of the head being grabbed by the palm of the hands and the thumb. So, crown of the head down. Engage your core, tuck your toes. Inhale, lifting your knees up. Exhale, walking the feet forward as much as possible. This might be your headstand for today. Your head is below your heart, you get the full benefit from it. Maintain this for at least 15 breaths. If some of you are able to move a bit further forward, then from here maybe bend one knee, lifting up, and then bring the foot down, bend the left knee again, lifting up, and then back down. So you can play with this a few times. And then eventually, let's see, you can go up with bent knee. One knee is bent, lifting your left leg up. And if you feel confident, then you can straighten the other leg and then stay up. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now you can bend your knees very gently and then slowly bring yourself back down. Do not lift your head up straight away as you come down from the headstand. Staying here. In child's pose, bring the arms by the side of the body. Then inhale, lifting your head up. We're going to stretch the legs by placing your index fingers behind your ears, pressing the elbows together, create a seat for your chin. Tuck your toes, walk the elbows forward, inhale. As you exhale, untug the toes. Bring your hips back down towards the heel whilst pulling the neck. Wonderful. And then here you have it. We're going to come to the closing part of the practice where we can calm the mind and the body down for the final posture of the relaxation in Shavasana. So for this one, you can have your legs crossed or half lotus, or some of you might be able to do full lotus. By all means, choose your options with care, with awareness, see where you are at today. So for this one, place your hands, index finger and the thumbs together in Janana Mudra. Then stretch your arms over the knees, lifting your heart, bring the chin down towards your chest. Close your eyes here. So we're going to change the rhythm of the breath here. We inhale for 3 counts and we are exhaling for 6 for the double the length. Inhaling for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue 3 more rounds like this, inhaling for 3, exhale for 6. Fully immersing yourself into the breath, keeping the mind steady, body alive and fully present to all that there is. Then maintain the eyes closed, relax your hands, just remain here for a little bit of meditation. Then now bring the hands together, place it on the heart center in Anjali Mudra as we close the practice with the closing mantra. Inhale. Om Swasti Prajabhyaha Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahi Mahishaham Go Brahmanebhyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Now a gentle bow to your heart and to your spirit. Then lifting your head up, you can turn around, then lie down in Shavasana. As we lie down in Shavasana, having your legs spread apart, arms away from your body, just completely surrender now to the Mother Earth supporting you. Feel the whole body, sensations within the body. You connect with each sensations, but don't analyze them. Allow the intelligence of the body, the buddhi, to do its magic to heal you, to rejuvenate your system and to open up more and more to the power of life, to the power of the universe.